Hello, BBX here. Today we're going to show you how to build some backlinks. We're going to register the accounts, download some articles, do the to capture, build the backlinks and see how we get on. So first thing we do is start the software up, which is what we can do. We're going to need an email so we can verify the accounts. So what I'm going to do is load an email address up, or I've got a range of email addresses which I've got to use, and then I'm just going to test and see which one is working today. So I'm just going to load in some dummy email addresses, or rather some real email addresses if I can find them. There's my email addresses, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test them all, see which ones come up successful and which ones don't work, and then choose one which I don't think I've used before. So let's just wait and see what that happens. We can see the email formats down here. This actually tells you what sort of email formats that the actual app is expecting for different accounts. If you're using Gmail, make sure that less secure apps are turned off. It'll work with mail.ru, GMX, Gmail, most accounts anyway. So I found some emails which look like they may work. I don't think I've used that one before, so I'm going to delete off the ones that I don't want and hopefully remain with the ones that I do want. So I've got this one here, that's successful. I'm going to use that one there to open some accounts. Next thing we want to do is just open up a few dummy accounts. So what we can do is I can go, I don't know, let's try those accounts there, showing, see what happens. Choose the accounts, do a save and export and then a return. If you really wanted to, you could actually choose or bulk select by doing shift mouse and then add select, and what that would do is then highlight or tick box all of the accounts, or those accounts which you've chosen. So what am I going to do today? Post have now turned into a paid one. Actually, unblock freely. Let's see what it does on those ones. Okay, save and export. Do a return. Before we can do anything else, we need to do a to capture, and there's my to capture key. Don't bother using it because it's probably expired by now, and of course we have to have a license for the app. When you're putting your license in for the app, pop it in, do a save, do a return, restart the app, bring it back up again, and then it will say that it's licensed. What happens when it's not licensed is that you find a load project, save project, and build backlinks are disabled. So I've got my to capture license in there. That should work. I've got the backlinks chosen. The backlinks or the domains chosen will produce a file in here. They're the ones that we're going to attempt to build on. We've got our email account loaded. And next thing we do is we do the start register accounts and see what the app will do. So there it goes for the first one, and the second one, Zen Writing, XTGem, goes for the third one. If we just expand the status screen here, we can sort of keep an eye on it to see what's happening, and it will give you status messages for each website that it's trying to open accounts on. So we can just keep an eye on those and see what it does. So there's capture services running in the background, and as I said, it's to capture. To capture here is running on Zen Writing at the moment, and it gives us a bit of a status coming back. It does a bit of a countdown so that we know that the to capture engine is in fact doing something and it hasn't locked up. So we've got one here called follower.com, success account open verify email, which is good news. Hopefully the other ones will start to open the accounts and we'll get some more successes. Another one there called Goodreads. These are the ones that you need to verify the email accounts on. That's why we had an email inserted into the app earlier. So let's just wait and see what it does. Wait for it to complete. It really is quite a simple program. You just really, select your emails, select your to capture key, select the domains that you want to open the accounts on, and then hit registration or register, and then just wait for it to do its stuff really. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes so far. I think BibloCrunch is one that we don't get a success back on, but if you actually try and build the link, it probably will actually build. We're just waiting for blogfreely.net to come back. It's still doing its capture stuff. We can see it going sort of 14, 15. Hopefully that will then come back and say that it's successful. Okay, there's the capture key, continue registration. And success, account opened. The little window up here disappears. So overall, I'm going to click the top there just to do a quick sort. We've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes, 1 failed and 1 maybe. Next thing I'm going to do is just verify the email addresses. I think we're expecting probably 1, 2, 3, 4 emails to come back to us. If you press our check email activation, it will then go to that associated mailbox and try and activate those emails. Just wait for that to finish. Completed email, do a return, and what we've found now is that 1, 2, 3 emails have been verified. We're still waiting one from Follower, but that may come back a bit later. Don't worry about Web2s. Web2s can be a bit slow sometimes, so just keep the project open and do an email a bit later. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes, sometimes it takes an hour. You can save the project and reload it anyway. I'm going to save it at this point. Going to call it Demo 1, do a save. So now, as we've got some accounts already open, we now need some content to build on those accounts. And if we go to articles, target, URLs and anchor, we get our little content manager popping up. And what we'll do this time, I'll actually do something called phones. In the first one it says search for the keyword for random images, and then on the second one it says search for subject on easy in articles and spin. I'm going to do just 10 articles. I'm going to do a search and let's see what it does. It's going to go to easy in articles and download some articles for us. As it comes down, they're going to spin. If you download lots of articles, you may come across a captcha on easy in articles. In that case, it will recognize the captcha, give you a chance to do a manual captcha to actually solve the captcha, and then you just hit continue from captcha, and then you can still continue to download articles. On the content manager, I can actually download a couple of 100 articles. Sometimes I'll get the captcha around about sort of 40 articles down, do the captcha, and then you can download another 100 articles or so. So we'll just wait for our count to do 10 articles today. There it is. There's our articles. Do a save and return. I'll do another save on the project. We now have some articles, and what we can now do is, if we go back to our article manager, I'm just going to use the dummy. That's our money site URL. These are our anchors and long tails, but at this point I'm just going to use the supply dummy. So if I want to do 1 or 2, I can just highlight 1 and then I can do build backlinks. If I wanted to do the whole lot, I can do highlight the first one, shift, mouse down, highlight them all, build backlinks. But in this case I'm just going to do 1 or 2. I'll try generating first, build backlink, and let's see what it does. You get the little box up the top there popping up, which is the status box. First of all, it's going to pre-spin the articles down in the status message. Let's get some articles spun up first. Incidentally, this is running on a Windows 7 machines today. It runs on Windows 10, no problem. Just waiting for 20 articles to spin up. Okay, and away it goes. Now it's going to go and try and build a backlink on the first domain, zenwriting.net. Again, you can see the messages popping up. You can see login, populating credentials, profile page, place an article, and whether or not it thinks it's been successful or not. So almost finished at the publishing stage. Backlink completed, and what we can do there is we can either verify the backlink by doing verify backlink. That's very quick. It's actually come up and said verified. If we open the backlink, there it is. there's our backlink. So what we can do now is we can say I want to build on the first 4, just highlight those first 4, build backlinks, and it will do the first 4 as a batch. Again, look at the status messages coming up, and it gives you some confidence to say that the actual Web 2 is being built. Just waiting for those first 4 backlinks on the Web 2s to go ahead. As we can see, when the backlinks are built, the status turns from yellow to green, just to tell you that it's finished, that particular backlink. So 3 out of 4 by the look of it. Let's do a verification. Top, do a shift, and then do a verify, and let's see what it does. Verified, unverified, verified. Okay, so let's try and build some backlinks on the last 4. Just wait for this last verification to come in. Okay, and the last 4. Build backlinks again. Here we go again. Again, look at the status messages, and we can see which domains and which status is happening. Incidentally, Web 2s tend to change their front end, which means I have to update the Web 2 every now and again. If that's the case, if you do come across a platform which is not building properly, just go onto the forum. Let me know on the forum. There's a section on there to say if you've got any problems with Web 2s, and I should keep them updated. Just waiting for the last one. nitro-nif.source. So backlinks have been completed. Again, what we'll do is we'll do a quick verify on those ones. Just waiting for the last verification to come in. Okay, so we've ended up with something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 backlinks out of 9 within 10 or 12 minutes. At that point, what you can do, you can either start to rebuild the backlink as a single backlink, or you can re-register. You can just try again and see if those Web 2s actually have an account on them. If they don't, just re-register the actual Web 2 again, and you might find that the Web 2 is having a bad day and it registers on the 2nd or 3rd attempt. Before we disappear, we're just going to check our emails again, just to see if there's another email that's popped down. I think there was another one we were waiting for. And we've actually got Goodreads that's popped in. Okay, well that's the other one anyway, but don't worry about that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 9 is not bad within 12 minutes, and that's really a simple way of building backlinks. Enjoy.